Good morning, everyone. Good morning, madam. Today we like to present about problem-based tasks. My name is SIVA, BALAN, son of DEVAINDRAN, and these are my teammates. Okay, now I'm going to explain about the question. As a network administrator for EVN company, you have been tasked to set up a network infrastructure topology as shown in Figure 1 below using your AWS account. Your design topology should consist of a VPC with two public subnets and one private subnet. Total number of three EC2 instances will be used in this topology. You will have a web server, a database server for your web server, and a net instance for the database server to get access to the internet. Your web server should also be accessible via your domain name. Before we're going to start, let me give a small introduction for this task. Amazon Virtual Private Cloud Amazon VPC enables us to launch Amazon Web Services AWS. This is into a virtual network that we define. This virtual network closely resembles a traditional network that we would operate in our own data center with the benefits of using the scalable infrastructure of AWS. We can create a VPC that spans multiple availability zones. In this activity, we will use Amazon Virtual Private Cloud VPC to create our own VPC and add additional components to produce a customized network. We will also create security groups for our VPC. We will then configure and customize an EC2 instance to run a web server and launch it into the VPC. We will follow the scenario for VPC configuration as shown in Figure 1 and Table 1. Okay, we start our task with create an IAM user. To create an IAM user, we have to get into the IAM first and then select users. And then we have four steps to create an user. So for the step one, specify your details. And over here, for the username, we are using ev-cloud admin and the password is EVP LIS SS0 and an exclamation mark. Now we are on step 2. Step 2 is set permissions for the IAM user. We select 9 permissions for this IAM user. The first one is administrator access. The second one is EC2 full access. And then database administrator, CloudWatch full access, system administrator, Amazon VPC full access, network administrator, AWS Cloud Trail full access. The last one is Amazon Route 53 full access. For the step 3, which is review and create, we just need to check all the permission whether it's correct or not, and then click create user. Okay, so now the user has been created successfully. For the step 4, you just need to download the CSV file by clicking the download CSV file. Okay, let's sign in with the IAM user that we have created just now. Okay, so for the IAM username blank, we are using our username, which is ev-cloud admin, and for the password SHRIRAM $22. We change password because required to reset password at every login. Now we are on task 2. Task 2 is perform VPC configuration. The virtual network must be created first in this step. This network includes one public and one private subnets in availability zone and another public subnet in another availability zone and two root tables. We follow the scenario as shown in figure 1 to successfully create a VPC and subnets. Let's create the VPC. To create VPC, we need to put details for the name tag optional and IPv4 CIDR. So for the name tag, we are using EVN-VPC, and for IPv4 CIDR, we are using 10.0.0.0/16 and then create VPC. Okay, the next step is create subnets. Before we go into create subnets, we need to set VPC ID. Okay, and then we can start to create subnets. Okay, for the first subnet, we're using EVN dash public one as a subnet name, and the availability zone is East 1A, and the IPv4 VPC, IPv4 subnet CRDR block is 10.0.0.0/24. For the second subnet, We are using EVN dash private as a subnet name, and for the availability zone is 1A, and the IPv4 subnet CIDR block is 10.0.1.0/24. The third and last subnet, we are using EVN dash public 2 as a subnet name, and for the availability zone, we are using is1B, and the IPv4 subnet CIDR block is 10.0.2.0/24, and then that's all.
Okay, so good morning everyone. My name is SHRIRAM. So in this part, I am going to explain about the subnet settings. So in this part, we need to select the avian private subnet, and then we need to select the enable auto assign public IPv4 address for this part. Okay, so in this part, we are doing the same thing, but we are doing it in the avian public one subnet. We just enabling the auto assign public IPv4 address. Okay, so we are doing the same thing in the event public too. We are enabling the auto assign public IPv4 address over there. Okay, so over here we have created a new internet gateway which is EVN IGW. Okay, so over here we are going to attach the VPC with the internet gateway we created just now. So we need to attach to the VPC we created, which is EVN VPC. So the internet gateway is successfully attached to the VPC. So now we are going to present our next task, which is launch our Amazon EC2 instance. In this task, we launch an Amazon EC2 instance following the requirements as shown in table 1. We deployed our instance with the user data script that will allow us to deploy a simple web server using SSH. Okay, so in this step, we are going to launch an instance. So the name of the instance is EVNnet, and we are going to choose the Amazon machine image, which is we need to first go to the browse more AMIs, and we need to choose the community guidelines, and then we need to type amzn-ami-vpc.net, and then there will be a machine image. We need to choose that one, and the instant type we just follow the T2 micro, and the key pair we can create name EV or we can left it there. Okay, so here we're going to edit the network settings. First of all, we're going to choose the correct VPC, which is EBN VPC, and then the subnet. You need to select the subnet EVN public one. This is a public one. The NAT must be in the public one. So we select the EVN public one first. Then we need to create the security group, which is name as EVN Net 5 NAT SG. And the description we put there is this security group should flow HTTP and HTTPS from anywhere. Then we need to adjust the inbound security group rules, which we need to put the HTTP as anywhere and HTTPS as anywhere. So after launching the instance, we need to click on it and need to change source or destination check. We need to stop the source or destination checking. Okay, so in this task, we will create a route table in AWS VPC for the public subnet to specify how packets are forwarded between the subnets within our VPC, the internet, and our VPN connection. A route table contains a set of rules called routes that are used to determine where network traffic is directed. Each subnet in a VPC must be associated with the route table. The route table controls routing for the subnet. Okay, so on this tab, when we click on root table, we will be already having a root table ID over there, but the name is not set over there. It will be already connected to the VPC we created, which is AVN VPC. So we can just rename it as the AVN RT main. This is a public one for the public one.
Hello, madam. So I want to explain about create root table. So this is a root table settings. So the name is avian RT sub, and the VPC is we choose avian VPC. After that, we click create root table. So after that, we have to go to edit subnet association, and we have to choose avian public 1 and avian public 2. After that, we go to we have to save association. So after that, we have to choose avian private in the edit subnet association to we and then we click save association. In the edit routes, we have to choose we have to click add route, and then click internet gateway, choose IGW avian IGW. After that, we have to save changes. In the edit routes, we click add route and choose instance, and then avian net, save changes. Task 4, launch the web server. In this task, we will launch a web server instance in Amazon EC2. We have already deployed our instance with a simple web server script. Our output will be display messages as in figure 2. Launch instance to web server. So name and text, we have to type Evian web, and the application and OS images, Amazon machine image, it is Amazon Linux AWS. So this is key pair login. The key pair name is EV, and the network setting, we choose VPC EVN VPC. The subnet is VVN public 2. And then the firewall security group is we have to create event web SG. The description required is will be the security group should allow SSH, HTTP, and HTTPS from anywhere. The type is HTTPS. The source type is anywhere, and the source for CIDR is 0.0.0.0/0. So after that, we have to launch instance EVNDB for database server. The application and OS images, Amazon machine image is Amazon Linux AWS. We have to choose this Amazon Linux 2023 AMI. The key pair name is EV. So we have to choose network setting. VPC is EVN VPC. The subnet will be EVN private. And then auto send public IP is enabled, and then we have to create security group. It is even DBSG. The inbound security group rules is types is SSH. The source type is anywhere, and the CIDR is 0.0.0.0.0/0. And then security group is all ICMP IPv4. The security source type is anywhere, and then type HTTP. Source type is anywhere, and lastly MSSQL. The source type is anywhere. Lastly, the MySQL/Aurora. So the source type is anywhere.
Hello, my name is Sharvin. So here I am here to explain about the connection to instance. So to connect to instance, we need to um, open an SSH client, locate your private key file, and the key used to launch this ev.pem. So after opening command prompt, just type cd downloads to locate the PEM file, and then copy the SSH client address and then paste. It will connect to the instance. So after installing the web server, type systemctl start httpd,
So the website will output as we configured. To edit the website output, just type cd slash var slash www slash html and then nano index.html. You can edit as per the question, and as one can see the output. So now we are going to create a domain to enter our website. Just log in into GoDaddy and click domain. Uh, so to connect to domain, go to DNS management tab. In DNS management tab, type cloud pbu dot site. After that, we create a simple routing policy records and access the web server. Record type is A. Value is 44.201.45.34. So for the TAL, it's 600 seconds. So after configuring, just type the uh, IP address, that website address that we created in the GoDaddy, which is http slash slash 21ddt 23f1192.cloudpreview.site. So here, madam can see the website. Yes. So after finishing the task, we delete the root 53 records and terminal instances. So here's the screenshot that we delete all the instances that we created for this task. Uh, so this is the screenshot for deleting the VPC that we created for this task. In conclusion, this project has provided valuable hands-on experience in designing and implementing a secure and functional cloud infrastructure using AWS. By configuring a virtual private cloud with both public and private subnet, setting up EC2 instances for web, database, and net functionality, and integrating Route 53 for domain name resolution, we successfully demonstrated the core concept of distributed systems and cloud networking. The practical exposure to IAM security groups, internet gateways, and routing table has strengthened our understanding of scalable and secure cloud architecture. Aligning with the learning outcomes of the course, this activity not only enhances our technical skills but also prepare us for real world cloud deployment scenarios.